Hello everybody and welcome back to the Paranormal Witnesses. Now today we have a very special video here on the channel. We're going to be showing you how to use a Ouija board safely. Now we're going to get straight into this with rule number one. That's right. No, rule number one is always make sure that there is at least two people playing the board. So starting off, you always want to make sure that you're never playing the board solely by yourself. It is very dangerous. Ouija boards are very serious and they're not a joke or a game. So make sure that there's always two or more of you playing and never by yourself. Now, rule number two, always make sure that your mind is clear and there is no negative thoughts when going through your brain. Now, the last thing you want to do is bring back an evil spirit or bring forward someone that you do not want to be talking to. So you want to make sure that there is no negative thoughts that could possibly affect your time on the Ouija board. Now, rule number three, always, and this is when starting the Ouija board, make sure that you put a prayer on the board before you start the board. Now, you can find these prayers mainly online and it will teach you how to put a prayer on the board to make sure that you stay safe and you're not bringing forward any evil spirits you might not want to talk to. Now, we're going to get actually into using the board. So I've got the planchette here on the board, as you can see. I'm not going to be doing the Ouija board properly because I am by myself, so I don't want to be doing it properly, but I'm going to give you some tips and tricks and show you how to use it. Now, for number four, we're going to show you how to put your finger on the board. So as you've got the planchette here, you want to make sure that your finger is softly touching the board. So you don't want to be firmly pressing down because that will cause the planchette to come up softly as it can be on the board. And this will help to create the tension that will let the planchette move around on the board. Now, number five, we want to create some energy. So if you're doing this with two or more people, the better, because there's more energy in the room for the planchette to be moving around and to create the energy. Spirits feed off energy, so the more energy the better. One way that you can do this, I'll show you now, is move the planchette around on the board and create that energy. Now, number six, always make sure that you are polite and respectful when you are using the board. So ask questions such as, what is your name? How many people are there? Thank you for coming and talking to us, for coming. Respect. Never ever take the mick or degrade the spirits in any way, as this can cause harm to you, or it could potentially bring forward a spirit that you don't want to be talking to. Now, number seven, always make sure you have your full attention on the Ouija board. Don't be looking around or having your mind in a different place, because this can cause other problems, that you can get disfocused and not have your attention on the Ouija board. So you want to make sure that your mind is always focused on the board. Now, number eight, and this is the most important part of the Ouija board. Whenever you do a Ouija board, always make sure when you finish that you bring this to goodbye and you say goodbye. What you never want to do is just leave the board open, as this can allow spirits to come through, and it's where you hear of all the things like Ouija board movies and big hauntings coming from the Ouija board. So you always want to make sure that you take it to goodbye. And then number nine, and finally, you want to put a closing prayer on the board. So just as you open the board with a prayer, you want to put a prayer on the board to close the board as well. Now guys, that is how to safely use a Ouija board. So I hope that you have enjoyed this video. Please give us a follow or a subscribe at the Paranormal Witnesses and have fun doing the Ouija board.